evening. I wanted to start off, I know I'm probably not in order, but the win for the little people. This is drivers. It's interesting. I wanted to bring this up because the government is talking about rolling out one parking app right across the board. And I was thinking, yeah, look at all the private parking companies. And how's that going to work? They all want to have their slice of the pie. And they seem like these monsters, don't they? If you get done for parking, it's like shadow boxing. Well, a driver hounded for 100 quid. He decided to fight back. David Goffart, this is, of Pontypridd, he sued New Generation Parking Management after they'd hounded him and hounded him and hounded him. Let's talk about this because the basis of his win was that they didn't have actual evidence.
Yeah, wow, what a story. And Trisha, your suggestion of David Goffart to start the segment today, it definitely gives us my legal champion of the week. And I have to say, isn't it great his name's David? Because it's a case of David and Goliath. Back in Pontypridd, the locals, or the real locals, just call it Ponty. He was given a parking fine of £100. That already seems disproportionate, doesn't it? But it's the way of the world, I suppose. He stuck to his guns, however. Once after years, he starts getting these requests for increased money. And of course, it requires guts to stick to your guns, doesn't it, in circumstances like that? And that's because this merry-go-round that you've hinted at of vulture-like organizations passing it between court, lawyers, law firms, sometimes companies masquerading as law firms, debt collection agencies, round and round. And of course, they know that each time, if you don't make a payment, guess what happens? That chance to pay it, that price goes, and the next fee increases, and so does the stress.
So Joseph, I was going to say, because that merry-go-round that you're talking about, between debt collectors, and then you get a legal letter and what have you.
Yeah.
Is it kind of almost a common way that companies or go around? I'm going to use the word intimidation.
Yeah.
Intimidating. Is that a common sort of tool of intimidation?
I think intimidation is a wonderfully neutral and restrained word to describe this kind of behavior. I think if you were going to use phrases like robber baron and worse, you probably wouldn't be that far off the mark. In this case, he endured 5 years of this CRAP, family show and all of that, so we won't say the word. But, eventually I have to say, what a great example, because Mr. Goffart, didn't he just turn the tables when it went to court? Not only did he not have to pay the original 100 quid, he made a counterclaim of £1,000. Well, the judge thought that was a bit juicy and gave him 200 quid in the end. But what about this? A national example. This is covered in the Mail. It's covered in the Express. Yeah. Predictably, it's covered in Wales Online. Even ITV, I think, have covered it. And now, Trisha, it's on Joseph's Judgments itself on TalkTV with Trisha. I have to say it's a great example to us all that drivers don't need to take this kind of stuff. If you've been treated unfairly, even if the fees are going up, stick to your guns, be organized with your paperwork. On the other side of it, if you believe in what's right and you're affronted by it, there is a judge and a system, even if you're representing yourself or going without a lawyer, who'll probably see things your way.